Good morning, everyone. I'm in Strasbourg here, and it's Sunday morning, about 10 o'clock. You can still hear the bells ringing. And today I'm going to show you how to make a very typical Alsatian recipe, Choucroute. It's very typical to enjoy it on a Sunday lunch. So I'm fortunate enough to be confined with a few friends. So we'll be enjoying a nice choucroute today for lunch, and I'm going to show you how to make it. So meet you in the kitchen. Hello again. So now we're in the kitchen, and I've prepared my ingredients for choucroute. So today we have some smoked lard here. Also these sausages, which we call knack here locally, but they're also called saucisse de Francfort or saucisse de Strasbourg. And maybe in Germany you have a different name for these sausages, but anyway, here we call them knack. And then we have a couple of different types of salted meats here. We have jarret, so like a pork hock, and also a salted pork shoulder here. Of course, we have the cabbage, choucroute, which is just salted here. It's not cooked. It's also possible to buy it pre-cooked, but I prefer to cook it myself. A few potatoes. There's 4 of us today for lunch. So we have about 600 grams. A couple of onions. And so this is sandou. It's traditional to prepare this dish with pork fat. But of course, if you don't have any, you can just use like regular vegetable oil. And then a few spices. And so today I have some black peppercorns, also white peppercorns, which will give a nice flavor, and cloves. And of course, white wine from Alsace. So I'm going to start preparing my vegetables, and we'll be back in a few seconds. Okay, so here I've been soaking my cabbage and also my salted meats in a bit of water just to make them not so salty for the preparation. And so here we have our meat, the rest of our meats. Here I've chopped my onions, and I've also put the cloves in half an onion, which we will discard later, I'll show you. This is my sandou. Oh, and by the way, apologies to all of our vegetarian friends here, and maybe some of our friends who don't eat pork, but choucroute is traditional here in Alsace, so that's why I wanted to show you this dish today. So anyway, I will be straining my cabbage here. Traditionally, you had to wash it a few times because they used to use much more salt, but these days, just rinsing it once is enough. Okay, and so now I'm going to put a little bit of sandou. And start searing my onions. So this is about 1.5 onions. Okay, so now I've just been rendering my smoked pork belly with the onions here, and also the salted meats. I'm just parboiling them separately at first, just to take out some more extra salt. And my cabbage, I have strained it, and I'll be ready to add it to my pot in a few minutes. So now I've added my cabbage. I put a little bit more sandou, the pork fat. Also my spices, so white pepper, black pepper, and my cloves, which are in my onion. And by the way, juniper is also a common spice to use in choucroute, genièvre in French, juniper. But I don't have any today, so I just used 2 types of pepper and cloves. And now I'm gonna add a generous serving of wine. About half a liter. A little bit more. Should be good. So this is Vicaire, by the way. It's a blended variety wine from Alsace. And it's very good for cooking, and you can even enjoy it when it's nicely chilled with some starters or even choucroute. Okay, so here still are my salted meats, which I am still parboiling, and I will add them a little bit later. So as I mentioned, I was parboiling my salted meats, which I've strained now. And I'm going to add them to my choucroute. And And I'm also parboiling my potatoes separately with a bit of salted water, of course. And all the dogs have also come because it smells nicely. I have Choucroute in the kitchen. Hello. This one's a bit scared, but he'll be back. So the choucroute is simmering nicely now. Most of my ingredients are already in the pot. Just my potatoes are still cooking separately. And my friends are just waking up, but I've been working for over an hour already. So I'm allowed to have a little snack. This is saucisse de viande, Fleischwurst, which I'm having on some bread with réfort, horseradish, which is also very typical in Alsace. And Fisher beer, local beer as well. Told you he would be back. Hello. Oh, mon beau Tao. Cheers! My friends are very interested in the sausage that I'm eating. I'm gonna go. So now I'm just getting ready for the preparation of the choucroute service. So I'm just warming up my dish here with some hot water. And as I mentioned earlier, this onion with the cloves is very strong in flavor, so we can just discard it. Alors la choucroute est prête. À table les amis. Bon, la choucroute est servie. The choucroute is ready. Santé tout le monde. Bon appétit! Bon appétit! So here we are again at the same place we started a few hours ago. Hope everyone enjoyed the choucroute video and that everyone is enjoying a nice Sunday full of energy to start this new week and to sign lots of new homes. So I will try to find some inspiration to prepare another video for you next weekend. Have a great week everyone. Bye bye.